Hello, this is Watch It All About with another watch review. This time we're looking at the Perpetual Watch. They have the PR-02 here. It's PR standing for Power Reserve, and then 02 means the colour of the dial. So 01 will be white, and in this instance 02 is black. This is one of their cheapest offerings. It's only $150, which equates to around £90 at the moment, and that includes free EMS speed shipping, which is 3 days worldwide, which is pretty impressive. So let's have a closer look and see what you can get for that kind of price, and if it's good value. So I'll take it off. Okay, so first thing you'll notice is the unusual dial placement. That's because we're using a reasonably unusual movement, which is the Sea-Gull ST1780, which I'm sure you agree you probably don't recognise it, but it has a power reserve function, and you can see the dial there at 11, and then we have a date at 2 and a running seconds at 6. With a Sea-Gull, you're getting a fairly decent sturdy movement, so you can be guaranteed that it will do you well without any need for maintenance in the near future. It is also very accurate as well, because Perpetual, what they do before they send out a watch is they regulate it to plus or minus 15 seconds a day. So straight out the box it runs very smoothly, and it keeps really good time as well. So looking a bit closer on the dial, it's got some nice texture. It's a matte charcoaly black colour, and also it has some different layers as well. You see the different steps there. So we have an outer running minute track, and then a lower step, and then an even lower step in the centre, and then these subdials also have different layers as well. So I personally really like the layered dial effect. It gives the dial nice depth, and it makes it a bit more interesting to look at as well. I like the the hands. They're all polished stainless steel, as well as these batten hour markers. And as we'll see later on when I get the macro lens out, you'll notice that they're all very well made, with great precision and accuracy, and it's really quite impressive for the price. Also around the every hour marker we have this loom dot here, and it's quite impressive that these aren't just plain dots. They're actually on a stainless steel round base as well, which again at this price is really quite impressive. It's nice to see all these little touches. With the black dial Perpetuals, they're now offering double-sided anti-reflective coating on the crystal, which is sapphire in this instance. Every Perpetual watch comes with a sapphire crystal, which again is very impressive for the price. I opted for double-sided sapphire, so I've got a layer on the top. But I have found, you may notice that around the edges throughout the video, you'll notice that it's very slightly starting to rub off, which is a shame. But obviously at this price you can't expect it to be as durable as a watch many thousands of pounds, such as an Omega or a Sin, for instance. So that's the only downside for the double-sided. It does make a big difference, though. It makes the crystal ultra clear. But if you're only planning to wear it every so often, and it's unlikely to get damaged or rubbed off, then I would definitely recommend the double-sided. Otherwise, if you do plan to wear it regularly, then I would say to go for just the single-sided on the underside. So if I get a close-up here, you should be able to see just here it's ever so slightly rubbing off there, and down here as well. See that little tiny gap there, and then just around the edges ever so slightly as well, which is a shame. So let's move on to the case. So it looks to be a three-piece case. So we have a polished bezel with this indentation around the edge, around the centre, and then a completely brushed stainless steel main body, and then the case back has a polished edge around this bit here, and then the centre with the details on is brushed, and then the case back is an exhibition case back, so you can see the movement. And that's a mineral crystal there. There's no need for a sapphire really, because it's not going to get damaged at all. You may notice that we have a little button here next to the crown, and what that does is it changes the date. It's a quick set date, so you'll see I have a little tool here that Perpetual provide, which is a nice little touch as well. So if you watch the date hand, you'll see it advances every time I push it. So it's nice and quick and easy to set it. That is slightly too small to use a ballpoint pen with. So if you do want to change the date, you can't do it with a normal pen. You'll have to find something quite small and pointy if you haven't got access to the little tool. The crown is just a push-pull crown. So push and pull. It's very well machined. You'll notice. You can't really see it now, but later on when I get the macro lens out, we have some deep toothing for the grip, and also the Perpetual logo on the end as well. And if you'll notice as well, when it's just in its normal position, you can wind the watch. So as I wind it, see how the power reserve indicator changes. So I'm winding it up now. There we go, up to 20 hours. Quite nice and easy to... it's good having a power reserve, because when you quickly wind it up, you can see how much winding it takes to do a whole day's worth. So there we go, we're up to 30 hours already, which is quite nice and easy. Okay, so the strap. You have the choice of 3 straps. Dark brown, black, or a light brown. I decided to go with dark brown in this instance, and I'm really happy with the decision. It's a lovely colour, and it sets off the dark charcoal dial beautifully. It comes with nice white stitching around the edge as well, which gives it a bit of contrast, which is good. The leather is really high quality, and it's really comfortable on. It's quite thick. Let's put it on. And you can just tell, usually on an affordable watch in this kind of price range, the strap is the first thing that a manufacturer will skimp on to try and save money. But with this watch, it's really high quality, and it's really quite impressive. So it is nice to have a cheap watch with a decent strap. The butterfly clasp as well is really high quality. This is polished stainless steel, so it might be susceptible to a few scratches, but press either side there to release it. But it is really sturdy and stable as well. You see the little bits there, and I haven't noticed it pop open on me at all yet. It's very dependable, which is good, and it feels solid in the hand, which is good for this price as well. Okay, so all in all, the at normal eye glance, the watch is really high quality. It's very impressive. So let's get a macro lens on and see what it looks like closer up. Okay, so let's start with the dial. So here we go. All the printing is very exact, and there's no stray blobs of print or anything like that. It's all very clean and neat on the dial, which is impressive. You'll see also all the hands are very well machined, almost perfect. Considering the price, it is very impressive. And then you'll see here as well our hour markers, which are 3D batons, and then the loomed hour marker as well. See, it's a blob of loom, and then it's on a round stainless steel base, which is really impressive for the price. I mean, that is good attention to detail there, and it's amazing how they do it for the price as well. See the step there as well, and that purplish hue is the anti-reflective coating working. Okay, so that's the dial. Looks good under a macro lens, which is good. So moving on to the bezel. The finishing is very good. And then the case, the brushed finish is very uniform and high quality as well, very impressive. We move over to this little button. That again is very well machined. And the crown, you see the deep toothing, it's very high quality for the price. Does a good job as well, with the icon embossed on the end. So let's move over to the case back. The details around the crystal on the case back is only lightly laser etched, which is a shame. It could be a little bit deeper, but I'm not particularly complaining because they can keep the cost down some places, can't they, after all. And then the movement. So usually as well, an affordable watch manufacturer will just leave the stock rotor on and not bother with any extra decorations, but the Perpetual watch company have added, looks like it's stuck on, but they've added their little icon onto the rotor, which is a nice touch. Again, not necessary, but it's nice that they've done it so that it makes it a little bit more of their own. We'll just have a closer look at the movement running. There she goes. And it's a classic Sea-Gull movement with all the usual finishing. Looks good. Okay, so then just the strap. You can see the brown a bit better now. Colour is very nice. It's a calf skin leather, and it's a very nice soft underside as well. And then the clasp. Again, this is quite impressively deep engraving actually. You'd think they would just do it quite light laser etching, but it's nice and deep, so it shows the high quality of the clasp. And then this is the inside of the clasp. All of the clasp is polished, which is nice. Okay. So that concludes our review of the Perpetual PR-02. Personally, I think it's a brilliant watch for the money. $150 and very impressive. So if you like the look of it, I really recommend you go for it. Okay, so that's another review complete, and I hope you enjoyed it. So that's what it's all about.